everybody, and welcome to another episode of Charismatic Mystery. Tonight we're playing the module Curse of Strahd, but has been changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG. Everything ready by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. But with me, I have a wonderful cast of players that suddenly increased with +1. I have Lady Lyra, our half-elven Megist, played by Pepper. Welcome.
Ayo.
Hi, Martia, our changeling druid, played by Cookie. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
I have an identity crisis. Shit.
We have Arius Stonelight, a dwarven wizard, played by Neo. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Nice. There you go. Good job. Next up is Stani, our tiefling bard, played by Adriano.
I'm always here.
Oh no. And suddenly not the shortest, Sir Jivkaz, our undead paladin, played by Woo. Hello, welcome.
No Wi-Fi, but I must still play.
Neither
Poor
death
guy,
nor
yeah,
Wi-Fi will
play.
stop you.
Never!
All right, Cookie, what happened last time?
I will tell you exactly what happened last time, Bexxy.
Oh,
So, before leaving Tatiana's statue behind, Elia investigates if Sergei's spirit is completely spent or not, and is relieved to see that some motes of energy still linger in the statue. That is, on our way back to Matea.
Matea. Yeah.
Matea. We quickly shuffle past the graveyard that is teeming with movements and sounds. Similarly, when we move past the Calmly Rolls neighborhood, the night air is alive with strange sounds stemming the ruins. Poopy. We are welcomed back into the Sleeping Knights Inn, but Matea is keen to hear what we've discovered so we can earn our protected stay in her home because we are looking for a murder or something. I mean, it probably be explained later, but if it doesn't, I will explain it after this. As we deliver the news of the bestial roar that herald the family's death, we might learn in turn that Baba controls the blood flies and can transform into them. Nice! She is the Lord of the Fly. She lords over the scarecrows, and the animated oak is a recent addition to her repertoire. In the end, Matea's coven has no real clue of what the origin of such a noise can be, but it is suggested that cantrips that can produce such tricks are a possibility, like like a thaumaturgy or something like that. Matea also informs us that the news of our presence has spread, and for another deception that they have crafted for us have been generously traded for. That we have I'm sorry, my tongue is very tight today. Shit.
Tongue twisters.
Another deception that we have crafted about how you have generously traded for valuable resources with them stands, but not forever. She demands greater results in the morrow to earn yet another rest in her home. In that spirit, we trade some rations for clean water and wash ourselves up with it because we were stinky from a mile. When we retire to our sleeping quarters, Hamatia brings back Jubilant Soul, and Iris brings up the increased importance, to the Raven Totem, which is currently in the possession of Arigol, that son of a bitch. We discuss for quite some time theories of what it can do for us and how we should approach acquire it from Arigol, that son of a bitch. We make some phone calls. Davian is a curmudgeon, like usual, and is quite offended for us to think that he can unload the collective knowledge of the Morticals in one sending spell. Fania, the orphan that we left in charge of the group of orphans in Squall Manor, is doing relatively fine, but is worried about food that is slowly running out. So yeah, starving is not fun. We also contacted Asphoda, which has noted an increased interest in Strahd's minion in Kresk, and asks us to reach out again when we have something tangible and important. So she doesn't leave the mountain village and her precious people within undefended unnecessarily. Danika's voice is raspy and weak. She ask us to either save her children to prevent her from being forced to share more information with Strahd, or to kill her to stop her completely. Otherwise, focus on important things and stay safe. So that was a bit depressing. In the morning, Illyria is jump scared by a scarecrow, and Matea asks Jivkos to share his memories of Luna before it became a ruin. In the process of that, a trade for information takes place, and we're warned that the night is particularly more dangerous than the day here. There's dangerous wildlife around, and there's a strange mass of vines and ivy that roams the mire. And the small southern island should be avoided at all costs. Matea also points out that the woodworkers' shop as Rumen's headquarters, and Vukon's home apparently sits at the end of the wooden pier at the shore of the river. Vukon is one of the other coven leaders, that is. Heading out to seize the day, we decide that Vukon is the most interesting path to take for now, and we do spot several strange currents in the water as they pass us, we pass them, we are in denial, I don't know what's happening with them. Thankfully, they leave us alone, and we arrive safely and soundly to the pier that leads onto the misty river waters. We reach the stilted cabin leaning up against a massive stem in the tree in the lagoon, and the soft male voice greets us together with two other humanoids. Amatia attempts to continue her ruse of wanting to learn from Baba to gain entry with Vukon's coven, and it seems that it works to some degree because we're invited for tea. Yay! As we approach the trio, we take the presence of a cloaked male in his prime, a much older and hairy-looking creature, overtly showing his displeasure as he hovers in the background, and the bewildered-looking Anna Kreskov that recognizes some members of the party. Ta-ta-ta! And that's where we left off.
That's where we left off. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's get back into it. Before you, in the early morning of the last day of the month of Tarek, there stands 3 members of Wukon's coven. The one furthest to your left is a haggard-looking man to the point of sickly, and he wears torn rags of knits and leathers. Over his torso, a heavy net is wrapped tight, and dark green ivy wraps around his left thigh. Once you were invited in, he no longer looked ready to flee at any given moment, instead adopting a rather exhausted and unbothered expression. The soft male voice belongs to the figure in the center, presumably Vukon himself. He has a tall and lithe frame that hides behind a long teal cloak that pulls around him on the wooden planks. If he possesses any of these soul marks with a strange ivy interlocked with it, it seems to be hidden, for now, perhaps underneath his robes. Long strands of straight grey hair reaches his waist, and his golden eyes regard you with curiosity. And he is far younger than you expected. But for some of you, Anna Kresko steals the show. Dressed in battered travel clothing and a sturdier dress underneath with a necklace of ivy that hangs low around her neck, she looks a bit thinner and worse for wear than what Illyria, Nyx, and Amartia remembered her to be. Her left hand is still wrapped and bandaged, and the lack of 3 fingers there is impossible to miss. You? Why are you here? Anna? Vukon slowly twists towards his companion. You met them before. Anna takes a step back and away, and she glances towards the rest of you. I wasn't sure until now. There are at least 3 of them, capable, powerful. They saved Kresk from a monster. and they came back from the Abbey unscathed. If it weren't for them, I don't know what would have happened to Kresk. Oh, impressive. A potential new recruit for Knight Apostle and Heroes of Kresk at my doorstep. Noted. I am looking forward to hearing the full story from you later, Anna, but for now, can you get a tea? The pot of tea going for us all. Please, come in. And, Wukan performs this graceful gesture, ushering first Anna in, and then for you, like encouraging you to follow. Anna opens the door and quickly disappears to the right, and Wukan is next, whilst this third person linger in the spot, just watching.
Hamatia will take a quick glance around the party to see that no objections are voiced or risen. And she will step into the hut or shack,
Mhm.
a night shack.
We go.
Make sure to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
see where we have to like remove our shoes or whatever, and get rid of any sort of dirt. Though we're pretty clean at the moment, at least.
No need. Let me. And the guy, as you kind of step up, whispers a few words, and like with a hand gesture, prestidigitation. Everybody like that walks past.
Thank you.
Thank you, I guess. And they will also enter.
Jivkas?
I mean, he's not wearing shoes, so it'll probably be a little dirty.
Alright, but you follow the
He'd
rest
sort
in.
of just- Yeah, he'd sort of just nod down and thank to them and enter in behind. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Carved into the door is a simple eye with 3 tears dropping from it in a descending order of size. And before you, as the cabin opens up before you, you see a larger main room. In the far right corner, the building is dominated by the ashen gray stem of the tree, which the house seems to be built around. Nailed into it are several hanging trinkets of small bones, dream catchers, and more triads of tied hanging pebbles of descending size. Leaning up against it is a curved altar, filled with candles and offerings, and in its corner another oil painting of a young Baba de Saga sits, just like the one Matea has. The left-hand side of the room is dominated by a driftwood dining table, an alchemist's workbench, a sofa and armchair before a peculiar designed fireplace. And Wukan gracefully sits down in that armchair and gestures for you to take any seating of your choice by the dining table or the sofa just before him. Anna can be heard from a side room, and in that direction you spot hints of a kitchen through an open arch doorway.
And yeah, we'll find a good spot to sit. Machine can like have a good look over the room.
Well, if you want to sit and face Wukan, then like this chair is like furthest away from him, but then you will have your back to the entrance over there, and the guy and the doorway to the kitchen that is in that direction. You can also like sit on the sofa over there,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
you can like
she's gonna-
watch the all directions.
Yeah.
All right.
Mattia will stand next to Illyria.
Mm-hmm. Like behind the sofa?
Yeah.
Okay. For sure.
Areas
We'll
will
just take one of the seats
be
they're playing. Yeah.
areas will be mostly looking all around. Just be making sure everything is fine and there's no like traps or anything.
Make me a quick perception intelligence. You do also notice, like, as soon as you all like shuffle in and take in the space, that the older looking male that casts prestidigitation on you kind of follow you in behind and it closes the door and then steps into the far left corner. 16. And there's no overt like traps, any like weird sigils on the floor that could like be like some kind of arcane thing. Of course, like the green flickering light from the fireplace and the altar and that oil painting that Mateja was a little bit concerned about. Sure, there's a second glance in that direction, but nothing that seems overtly dangerous for now. Vulcan seems pretty like calm, whilst the guy in the corner is, whilst he has this like expression of I'm tired as hell, he still seems like a little bit stressed.
After just been looking around, she will just stand close to Illyria and just whisper, for now I think everything is fine.
Thanks for looking out.
Well,
And I'd look over to Mattia.
then, what can I and my coven do for such esteemed guests?
Well, it is such a pleasure to be accepted into your abode, first. Several topics I'd like to discuss, but I want to make sure beforehand. What's your personal opinion about us being here in this domain?
He kind of quirks his head to the side, and there's like, indeed, this side smile that spreads. What a peculiar question. Which is this he we're speaking of?
Speak about your master's land, of course.
Our Mistress Baba?
Indeed.
I have had the fortune of living here for quite some time. When I couldn't find a home elsewhere. I don't think it's a good idea to compare. But if you ask if I am content, happy, right now, well, yes. So far, yes. Are you?
Well, I am still not really welcome here, but all in all, considering this position in life, I'd say I'm content in my current position, yes. So, I want to help you and thus help me in the process. I understand that there are several issues that might need to be addressed right now in this territory, and I was wondering if you'd like help with some or something of that.
There are always issues. A struggle to carve out a good life here. Which one are you referring to?
Well, I cannot help but notice that you have some new recruits in your covens. So to me, it seems like you have either a deserter issue or a death issue.
We're quite capable. Can find information effectively. We can help.
Can you now?
Anna doesn't really look like... I mean, how long is Anna here? A few weeks? A month? Not so long.
No, not at all.
It means you needed a replacement.
I wouldn't say that we have a particular issue. In comparison to what I know of this place, I say that the chances are higher than most. But yes, a tragic occurrence recently took place among us. Thankfully, we had 2 recruits at our doorstep, ready to take their places.
Do you know about what happened? I'm sure they spotted you to some extent.
Of course. The lack of knowledge, the promise of the unknown, it's the most scary of all. If I knew, then perhaps there was a way where I could shield myself and my fellow acolytes from it. But after extensive investigations with my mistress, it seems we're still in the dark.
Sounds like you need a third party to investigate. Help out.
So Mateja trusts you so much for her to share such intimate details of our little family.
Well, we happen to also know one of the coven one of her coven, so it is not too hard for us to guess. We are clever,
Well
we're
traveled.
helpful, and well traveled.
I presume you speak of Mary then.
Yes.
Do seem to have a tendency to affect things. I see.
I think I understand that trust is earned, but we want to earn that trust. So this is why we start with something like this. That's the whole reason we're here.
He begins to speak, but is quickly interrupted by Anna, who brings out a big steaming clay pot and a couple of clay simple made mugs, and she sets them out and pours tea before you. Vulcan is politely pausing the conversation for her to finish. And Anna is sending you Illyria and Nyx and Hamartia like quick glances of extreme like curiosity.
Mhm.
I think Illyria's not engaging with Anna that much. She kind of keeps her gaze to Vokon.
Vukan looks between Anna and the rest of you, and he kind of like leans back a little bit in the armchair. How uncouth. Anna, you must have questions for them. Of course, please. I'm also interested to hear what they have to say in regards to your shared history. Yeah, I just... Nice to meet you again. I don't know what suffices as a greeting. I just want to know what has happened to Kresk after I left.
Not?
Ask.
You went away towards that strange warped place south of Kresk, and the village meeting was ahead. Huh?
Best out of game. Did she like get exiled after we finished with Raziel, or before like we went to Winter Sprinter?
You did deal with the abbot with Anna in Kresk still there. And after the abbot, Anna's brother transformed.
Yeah.
And you did the thing, and she ran. Then you guys left for Videtop's mansion. And when you came back,
And
Dimitri delivered the news that Anna had been exiled.
and Dimitri's still... Is he like still the burgomaster of Kresk?
Yes, and you guys really tried to impart some life into that man.
We helped Kresk to regain some form of survival again. We found food for them. We had dealings with the werewolves and made sure that they don't threaten Kresk anymore the same way. To this day, we have one of our members. I mean, you must have noticed we're not in full capacity. Left there to protect the people and her interests in Kresk.
Really?
Also,
So, wait, are the cows... Dimitri's still fine? Everybody's... They have
still
food?
Dimitri, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
you did
maybe.
not completely murder an entire village. We made sure...
Out there's like the hugest like sigh of relief, and is like almost like physical, where she like almost get dizzy and she has to like straighten herself. There seems to have been some extreme guilt there.
But it seems like you went to your next endeavor already. I thought you were over with higher powers giving you power.
I just heard Dimitri's cousin Rumen went here, and he sent word, and he said if the family ever need protection, there was nowhere else for me to go.
Interesting.
But by the morning, by Mother Night, that's great news. Thank you. I feel I can sleep a little bit easier after this. You wanted to to the monsters you said that was taking children right from Kresk? Did they take Vilja? Is he okay?
Ilya,
It's complicated. I would say he's okay.
He's okay, yes, but they took the children for a specific reason. They didn't take them to eat them or something like that. Most of the children that they took, how do I put this slightly?
They were turned into werewolves.
Yeah!
Werewolves?
Yes, it is, there's a way to, you know, I don't know, contract, give over whatever blood they have, and when given to kids, they can master the ability and become capable werewolves when they
But-
grow up themselves.
Wait, no, wait. Does that mean the same thing that happened to my brother will happen to Milga?
No, Ilya is part of a society there, and they are learning to control that any violent urge that being a werewolf incurs. So, as he is not completely human anymore, he's not a monster in any shape, way, or form as of now. He is okay.
Yes, he can
He's
still
okay?
live a normal life to most extent, and he'll make do. As I said, I think you could say he's fine. It's just different.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you say he's gonna be okay, at least he has his father, and perhaps it's better that I'm not there. Thank you. I need to. Yes, excuse me. And she kind of rushes.
One more thing before you go.
What?
No, you might need your time, but we're wanting to meet up with all the covenants, and the decree includes Rumen. You said Dimitri had a connection with him. Is there any way you could help us create happy, or what do you say, nice meetup? I don't know if you still talk to him at all. It seems like he is the reason you're here, right?
It was a long time ago. We saw each other. Grew up together. He has changed. I've changed. He doesn't particularly like Dimitri.
I mean, neither do we, so seems like we're on the same page.
I mean, he also did send a letter of saying that if they need protection, right? So, I mean, he at least had the thought to bring that out.
Well,
Or is that long ago too?
Yes, it was, but there's some kind of soft spot there still. I believe I just arrived. I've hardly had the time to. I need to help Vulcan.
It's understandable.
But I mentioned I can vouch for your intentions, and you helped Dimitri too. I mean, yes.
All right. Thank you. We just don't want any unnecessary trouble.
Good, good, very good. It's the least I can do. I need a moment.
No worries.
And she kind of rushes back into the kitchen. It gets easier with time. We all leave behind rather violent pasts. Usually how it goes. I'm dying to know, Miss Amartia.
Yes.
What was the
I'm all
reason
ears.
for your your coven's untimely demise? Why?
Well, you wish to know the reason which man, the how or the why I did it?
I think we already established that indeed you are powerful. But why matters more, does it not?
I guess so. Well, I can give you a lot of reasons why, but I'll try to sum it up nicely. Babali Saga, your mistress, she takes care of you, right? You're part of her coven, or maybe mayhap you're leader of one of her covens, and you are taken care of, you are protected. You are a family. Yes?
Of course.
Morganfa was not like Babali Saga in that matter, or in any other matter. Morganfa treated me like the shit, and my sisters treated me like I was some sort of amusing animal to abuse. And their hearts were completely black and vile. I did not kill Femme that day. Does that reason suffice?
I think Illyria just like, since Matthias just beside her, like clasps her hand, and kind of looks to Wukong, and says, and she also made children into cake. She's also pretty fucked up, if you ask me.
Children. Into cake.
Yes.
Yeah, grind up their bones, make the
He will get
cake
higher.
addicted, and sell it to the populace, just to come by and buy another few orphans for her needs.
That's morbid. So she had it coming. Yes.
He had it coming from many angles. I just told you mine. Nick Solveig can tell you his
Yes.
angle. She was evil, and she was selfish, and she was sadistic, and she needed to be put down.
Yeah, we're
Even
glad
though-
we found a way to, we found Amatia and we found a way to make it work. Because we know there's a problem, obviously, to just murder a Knight Apostle. So, that's why we're here.
To murder a
solution.
Knight Apostle?
No, to find a solution to the murdered Knight Apostle
Ah.
with Amatia.
But Miss Amartia, I've heard that you have not yet taking up the mantle?
Well, before I take up the mantle, I want to try to understand what where my mother went wrong, specifically, and what I can do right. For that second part, I came over here to learn from the best.
Morgantha never did share anything to her. There's no way she can just take up the mantle out of thin air. But it seems like the other witches didn't know that.
Oh. A lack of knowledge and a wish to prove yourself.
Yes, I'm still quite young. I do not possess, as you say, a lot of arcane knowledge what my mother did.
It's not
I'm
true.
hoping
It's more like you don't know how to refine it or apply it.
that kind of, yeah. But I digress. Yes, whilst I require more knowledge, I can offer a lot of power. So,
Then pray tell,
I-
why is not Baba welcoming you with open arms? What has happened there? Why is she frustrated?
She is frustrated, I know. Because first I'm trying to understand how to do that job properly. Apparently, she took up the responsibility that my mother used to have for her timely demise. So I guess you can say that I gave her quite a workload.
I'd like to think that it is a test. I don't know her ways, but usually from what I've heard is that, it's kind of a witch's thing to do. Make us figure it out, show that we are capable of, or worthy of, such information. After all, I don't think she has seen what happened to Morgantha. It's all just what we tell her. What we tell you. So, there's a need to prove ourselves, I think. Before we can get accepted.
It's true. Not just anyone can accept that title. I see. Well. He leans back again, kind of clasps his fingers in his lap. There's like a very long pause of him just frowning and thinking. I guess we both should take a leap in trust. You've shown me some so far. I've shown you some back. But from what you tell me, and I see no hints of subterfuge in your words or in your faces, I will take this leap with you. I hope you treasure it for the gift that it is. This is dangerous. Yes?
Indeed. I understand putting your trust in what we are, which strangers, considering this seclusionary nature of this place. I understand.
You'll make your trust worthwhile.
So, dear Vokon, how can we help each other?
We have a family member who has it coming. Who
Oh,
is not who they pretend to be. Someone who I've discovered carries not only a lot of strength, but also an abyss of malice so deep I fear to gaze that direction any further. But it is tenuous, because my mistress have started to see those powers and sees an opportunity to strengthen herself and our family in turn, and she does not listen to my concerns. She can be rather hot-headed and, I guess, blind when it comes to those who are devoted to her. But I will protect her and protect the rest of us. I do not possess the capabilities of facing this threat, but I think you do. And if you help me rid my family of this monster, well, I will help you in turn with the alibi and a strategy to make sure that my mistress doesn't know it was you. And in turn, Hamatia, I think you have earned yourself a grand favor, which can include, indeed, tutelage. I will open up a book just for you.
If they are as monstrous as you say, why is there no proof for this? Can there be no justice when this is done? Because I understand you might have a plan to keep it away from your mistress' eyes, but they're everywhere. And they're particularly looking at us right now. The last thing you want to do is anger her more right now.
Yes, I do appreciate the tension that you're currently under. I do not take it lightly. She does have eyes everywhere, but she cannot look everywhere all at once.
That's true enough.
By focusing on one thing, she cannot focus on the rest. I've seen many things go unnoticed. It's just about timing. And I can provide that.
I was just hoping we might be able to just prove what he has done, and thus show that he's deserving of whatever punishment is correct. Or do you think this is not a reasonable avenue to go down to anymore?
That thing possesses a silver tongue like no other. I am fearful. Yet I am determined. I have an uncanny ability of seeing through people. And I happen to be at the right place at the right time to witness something that, well, that has been bothering me for quite some time. Of course, I have no power to command you. I don't want to give him any opportunity to hurt anybody or place suspicion upon me and weaken my position. For me to take this drastic step, it would rattle both Rumen and Metaja. I would like my involvement to be secret.
Of course.
And especially Metaja, she has a bleeding heart. If we could save her further heartbreak, that would be good indeed.
I think it is time to talk clearly. If you don't want to talk clearly with the other Coven members, it's fine, but I would like some facts. What happened? Who did it? I don't want you to just go murder people on a whim, because from what I've heard, it seemed like your position already has changed in the last few months. I want to understand what actually is going on. No talk behind the curtain. Facts. Before we can promise killing someone over it.
If I do you in kind promise to take my words with the utmost sincerity and consider them seriously?
She looks at the rest of the party. I think so. Obviously. What we heard, you're the wisest, oldest here. So it seems like the most reasonable person to listen to.
There's a small smile again. A very, gentle, well-meaning smile. Good. Well, I was on my way to my mistress's home late one evening a few fortnights ago during a night of the full moon. And I saw a creature of massive claws, a hulking frame, and clad in fur. Easily towering 2 meters, if not more. There was blood dripping from hands and from the fur. And then the creature shuddered, contracted, bones snapped. It shrank. And then it turned into a fellow acolyte. And I thank Mother Night that I wasn't spotted.
So, who is it?
Fine. It's the young Wenzel of Roman's clan. Young, but not too young. Been with us for 2 seasons.
Did you hear this creature roar by any chance?
There was, for sure, snarls.
Do you think it's violent? I
Well.
understand that it can transform into a creature, but are we sure that it loses sentience or has bloodlust or anything of that sort?
I've heard tales of lycanthropy. I don't know if you know of such folk tales as well.
We do. We have witnessed that exact thing in Kresk.
And then I think back to a track record that Wenzel has of disappearing during nights of the full moons. There's also his personality. I cannot prove it. But there's apathy there. And malice behind that mask.
Well, it sounds
Do you think? Oh, good.
sounds as if you are correct, and we are totally dealing with a monster. I'd rather have. Not that I doubt it, but if I'm going to kill a member of Morganfa's servants, I'm going to need to gather more evidence to make sure that we are dealing with someone who needs to be put down. I do believe you, so that I don't. But as you said, the evidence is slim at the moment. We know a lot of werewolves, and most of them are functioning beings. You see?
Well, it seems like his character is part of the problem.
Indeed. Have you seen him
Do
do
you really-
anything that might... Go ahead.
I'm just surprised that this is a secret as much. I mean, at least Babali Saga must have seen a creature. No one else, the forms of any creature that any beast or creature around of such a form. At least they say they have not seen, and I mean, this has to be some sort of known about. I don't know, the cavern itself. I mean, how would Rumen not know that one of his people is missing every full moon and, I don't know, has never heard a snarl in his life?
I do not know. I've tried to inquire carefully with Rumen, but he seems none the wiser.
Trust him?
There seems to be, perhaps, a soul mark far grander than it should be, considering the length of time that he's been with us. I suspect foul play. I I've kept my distance because I don't want to be similarly affected.
I suppose Rumen has a lot of other things that he's taking care of right now. Maybe it is possible. That he's
Metaja suspects Roman. I've tried to explain and abate her worries, but she has her opinions of the fellow. I think he's busy keeping his back clear. He's the youngest among us, after all.
What is your opinion? He did replace you, in a way.
Yes, Mansell has gotten a lot of worrying attention from Baba, but Rumen, he's more bark than bite.
You're right. That's good to hear. I think she kind of thinks for a moment. Is there any full moon coming around soon? I don't know if you have a way of tracking that here. With the mists and all, especially in the swamp.
It's difficult, but some rituals, it's necessary. Baba has her ways, and as her apprentice, such knowledge is something that I help her with. Since it just took place, well, not for at least another week and a half.
I was just thinking if we could display the monstrosity to the covens. It would help with making it just, not having to do it behind everyone's back.
And also try and goad him if it really is as monstrous as we believe, we might be able to bait him into trying to make a move, and from there we can catch him and claim self-defense.
Perhaps. I'm fearful of such a scenario since I don't want that disease to spread within my family. What if you can clearly defend yourself, but I don't want to put my family in danger?
No, we're not going to do it far away from any sort of place that might injure you, of course. I mean, at least Anna can't really fight, so I guess.
Can you
Yeah,
promise me that?
remind me.
Truly?
Oh, sorry.
I can promise you that if a fight will occur, we'll try to take it as far away as we can from anywhere that can harm other Coven members.
Good.
But I cannot vouch for this person's every move, especially when I know him not yet.
I would prefer. A lot of tragedy has taken place already. If they knew what I knew, I truly wish that it can be just another unfortunate circumstance, accident, and in time we will move on. Knowing what I know, There's something that I
You
wish
don't want the
to.
drama, right?
Yes. And
See.
he has the capabilities of turning invisible. If he escapes, I cannot create another opening for you. If I do this, it will be risky, and I will make sure that my mistress's eyes will be elsewhere. There will be a window of opportunity, but it will be short. Take care of this monster. Please.
DM, one quick question.
Mhm.
I remember that there was like a special case with the lycanthropy that we encountered in Kresk. Like, it wasn't like the normal where you get bit and it immediately makes the other person a werewolf, right?
Yeah, indeed. It seems like what you've learned, what makes the totems partially so powerful, is that the Savage Empire somehow got their hands on these artifacts that indeed creates this state without it being, whatever it is, infectious. There we go.
Infectious.
But like the general like folk tale for sure talks about it being a disease.
Yes. But from all the werewolves, I don't think we know of any other werewolves from here that are not from the totem. I think
Probably
Illyria
not.
will say, yeah, probably not. Yeah. As I said, we already had a werewolf problem before. We have investigated in exactly such a thing. It seems all the werewolves that are from here and under, well, they're supposed to be under Strahd's control. This one might not be, it seems. They don't infect you with a bite. There's a special item that can make you a werewolf. It's not how the tales tell it.
Really?
Yes.
Is that true for all? That it spread through this, or?
I mean, the tales probably have their reason why they exist. I'm sure there are werewolves that can do that with a bite. It seems unlikely to me that there's two separate, what do you say it, types of werewolves in such a small area that is Barovia. Without ever encountering each other, at least the pack we met didn't mention of any other werewolves outside of them.
I just made assumption from what I've heard during my life, but then again, Goston here, of course, was just a solitary hunter who stumbled into the mists a long time ago. Mataja was kidnapped by Vistani and brought in. Sometimes, just like yourselves, we do get visitors from outside of the mists. Perhaps the details are a bit hazy then, but the core still remains.
I agree.
The fact that he is a threat still remains. And I hope that you agree to my wishes. Of course, I will be grateful, perhaps even more so, if you do.
I think, seeing the evidence that we have gathered of death of the fallen cover members, I think it is likely it is syncing up with what you have shared us, so seems likely that he is the culprit for those deaths. If intentional or unintentional, it remains to be seen. Both are dangerous.
I compare if he is responsible for his deaths, then well, his fate is of his own making.
You could
I
I
was
I will speak well
we-
to Baba if you do this to me, for me. I will convince her that you are right for the position. And whatever you want to know that I have to share, it will be yours.
I have a question for thee. Let's say that we investigate and we find that he had nothing to do with the murders and that he's actually a gentle soul. What would you do then? Would you like us to proceed or would you like us to withdraw?
Miss Amatia, I feel this in my bones. I don't believe I'm wrong.
I see. Marc, I wanted to see how sure you are. It seems you're dead serious and dead sure. I believe we will accept this task then.
I will be, of course, also risking my own well-being if I am sure enough to do so. If this comes to light and I'm wrong, then well, Papa will not be happy with me either. But we will make sure to remove this threat swiftly and assuredly. This is what you're good at, no?
Sounds like a reasonable idea. I think we might need some time to make our own research. We wanted to at least meet the last coven of this place. And there is lots to think about. But it seems like this is already an excellent deal. I don't see, as long as we don't find any to the contrary, that we won't agree. But we would still like to talk about it.
Of course. I don't want to pressure you. I want you to be as assured of this as I am. Miss Amatia, do you also have the capability of delivering messages across great distances?
I don't, but my compatriots can.
No? Really?
I can do it.
Ah. So that's what that tattoo means on your hand there.
Sorry, what did you say? I didn't quite hear.
You have the soul mark right on your hand.
Ah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's on the back of my hand, yes.
Yeah, and he
Yes,
like nods towards it. Yeah.
I might not be as powerful as Samatia when it comes to spells, specifically, but I can send messages across great distances.
Good. I as well. I will position myself to quickly take over when Baba releases Wenzel from her side. And I will warn you when he's away with her, you see?
Yeah.
Right, you do. But at some point he will have to be released and return for rest at Rumen's Coven. I will make sure I'm close to our mistress. I will warn you. And I hope you send me a message back for when I need to make sure she remains distracted. But a couple of minutes, perhaps less. For which I can promise you that I am sure her eyes will not be on you. There's also a creature here in the swamp. A creature that Baba, my mistress, does not control. It hibernates most of the time, rather elusive. But when disturbed or stumbled upon, highly aggressive. If we do this, and you have a body, simply drag it out into the swamp. Dirty it. Whatever you have to do. Some wine, some ivy. And it will claim yet another victim. That has happened. A couple of times. 2.
Right.
Perhaps Wenzel on his way back made an unfortunate run-in with this thing. Yes?
Sounds reasonable enough. Does this monster have anything to do with the South Island everyone is supposed to stay away from? These different things.
Ah. No. Not what I know of in particular. I can't say it doesn't venture that way or has not been sighted there. No, the water itself is something you have to be careful of in its vicinity. That island. Mutatia has been very kind with information. This bodes well. If she trusts you, then I trust you more now.
You've been kind with information too. It seems like you know why people shouldn't go to that island. Or is it all just... oh, it's dangerous.
I was warned myself once upon a time by my coven head. But perhaps I've heard a couple of more whispers in my time of people coming and going from natural causes and a few unfortunate accidents. It is somehow tied to my mistress. She can venture in that direction unharmed. But anything that draws near that is not my mistress, the waters themselves rise up. Something about a wave.
Of water.
A wave of red water. That's all I know.
Thank you. Is there any more questions? I'll look to the rest of them, the party. Or should we regroup and discuss?
No further questions for me, I'm afraid.
Nothing comes to mind.
Jim Frost
Nothing
just
from my
shakes his
side.
head.
Then thank you for your hospitality, Gon. And I'll make sure we'll be ready.
Please
I think
don't take too long. I feel like we have indeed this window of opportunity. I'm not entirely sure when Cell will be released, but probably late afternoon, early evening, perhaps.
I see. Well, it was not our plan to take long either. So
Good. I'm very glad I met you. Perhaps in a couple of hours I will sound as grateful as my Anna does now.
I think one last thing, maybe. Would you mind us sharing our suspicion of the werewolf with Matea? Not the plan of what you want to do or whatever, but she wants a culprit found also. I don't want to bet on your goodwill. If this is something you do not want us to share, then we'll have to make do, but I think she does deserve the truth. She doesn't have to know how we're going to deal with it, necessarily. Or that we're going to deal with it at all.
Again, I cannot stop you from doing what you want. I hope, though, that you help me. Mateja, even that boy, she is a mother through and through, and I do not wish for her to lose more children. Let her memories of Ansel be at least pure. But if tonight that will become an issue, well, I hope everything is resolved by then. Then I will protect you from the nightly visitors.
Thank you.
It's the least
Well,
I can do.
I think that certainly now concludes the question. She kind of gets up from the sofa, couch thingy.
He does as well, like slowly letting the robe completely cover his clothes and most of his body. Kind of clasps the hand in front of him in a pretty well-practiced gesture. It was a pleasure, truly. It's not common that we see new faces here that we can have such stimulating and important discussions with. I hope the tea was to your liking, and please stay safe. And I wish you good luck.
Thank you. You too.
Notes.
And we kind of get up
Watson
and start.
opens the door for you guys.
Really, I think. At least Illyria does.
Not letting her leave on her own.
No, we'll stay.
All right. You all leave. You head out to the wooden pier. Gostin kind of gives you all like this tired look on his face, closes the door rather unceremoniously in your faces. Do you leave the pier and like go back to the mainland before you started talking? I presume.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
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 All right. The gangplank kind of sways again a little bit with the waves. The cabin disappears in the mist before you, and in front of you in the other directions you cannot see the shore for a couple of seconds, but then thankfully it kind of apparates through the mists, and a few seconds later you're back on solid ground.
Before we start talking, I think I'll just take a look around for scarecrows or flies or bugs of some
Oh.
kind.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Fair. Make me a perception intelligence.
Oh. Oh.
Fine, it's fine. I think either way, I think it's more of a.
There's
She
nothing
does
like,
it for a
you
moment.
know,
Yeah.
overtly. Like Irius is very high passive perception, so there's nothing like obvious. Guys, do you want to talk now with the thoughts fresh in your hand, or should we go for a short break since Cookie disappeared?
Do a short
I
break.
think wait for her, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah.
sounds
Let's
good to me. Are
let's
you back up?
take the
Yeah.
opportunity. Let's take the
I
opportunity.
think all yeah. I think Olivia probably tell the people the group to like probably talk in our room instead of out of here. Either way. Oh yeah.
Huh?
You can also do that after break. It's fine.
All right, and let's do that. Refill your drinks. Powder your noses. Do what you have to do, and let's get back and ready to roleplay more.
Wow.
All right. Wow.
Wow.
Neo, how does it feel? Good so far? Intense roleplay immediately.
It feels nice because it's just like, yeah, it just doesn't have much idea. It's just, I don't know. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, good. We have an understanding for that. We're gonna bring you up to speed, and there will be now an opportunity for the party to be like, wait, what? Yeah. Very glad to have you. Hey Mo, thank you so much. I saw the tier 3 subscription. Thank you, as always. Such a little gem. You're so cute. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go and refill my drink, and I'll be right back.
I'll do the same. Be back.
Yeah. I'm back.
Boo.
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 Boo boo boo.
Scare me like that.
If that scares you, I'm sad that you're here in this campaign.
Are you happy? Would you rather be happy?
That's fair, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I say, do you find pleasure in our pain?
No. But I do find pleasure in giving an experience.
Whoa. Fair enough.
But it's fun also.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I have some cinnamon and apple wine. Oh,
Oh. I'm just drinking Tenants.
Ew. I'm drinking water.
that's good.
The fuck?
Good old water.
It's good.
Water? Who drinks water nowadays?
Well, you should. Like, you have great water up there, right? No, you're down in the city, right? It is in
It's
Edinburgh.
still pretty good here, but
Okay.
at home it'll be fucking bad. I'll say, I think next Monday I will be at home, so I will be on my laptop, but I'll still be here.
Yeah, nice. I'm very happy
it looks
also that you got back internet. I'm so glad.
Oh, yeah, thank God, fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd be so annoyed if it didn't.
Sorry for the stress. Good.
No, don't apologize.
Sorry for the stress. It's funny.
Yeah.
When it is
Like,
internet.
what are you
provider
apologizing
that's
for?
it's just
Are
fucked
you in
up.
control of Vodafone across the UK?
Oh yeah, maybe. Okay, I see.
I mean, I can still be like sympathetic, right?
Well, yeah, don't you say, I'm sorry,
I'm not
it's your
I'm not
fault."
taking. No, I'm not taking responsibility. I'm just. I feel with you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's it.
What?
I just understand. I thought you were like, I'm sorry that I had a game today when this outbreak happened. Okay, that's. I don't think that's fair arguments.
That is true. It's true. It's true. Did you guys do anything fun this weekend?
Studying.
Woo!
Oh, sorry. Yes. So,
Interviews. Yay.
That went really
Wait.
well, considering.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I'm here too.
Like,
Woo!
what the hell?
Woo!
The whole
Then we-
gang's here.
Then we're waiting for Cookie.
Oh, not the whole gang's here. Shit.
Wiki.
I've been meaning to ask, what does the V in ILF stand for? Because is it right?
Oh, Vilf.
Viva-
Vampire ilk. So, like, MILF or DILF. It's just vampires like the fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess you're in the right
campaign.
campaign.
I'll answer, yeah.
Should have played Illyria, I think.
No. Not that vampire. No. BTN,
okay.
like modern day vampires.
I see.
Not, fat guy. Fucking sexual assaulter. Everything that he is. Too many to list.
Yeah, well, Sardania might have gotten you too.
No.
Yeah. Alright, that's more fair, okay. The vampires are, like, almost all very hot.
Almost.
Not
I
Radin,
think
you see this
vampires
fucking ugly mug?
Rodden?
He's an ugly motherfucker.
Radin's not.
Yeah, no, he's not. There's
shit,
no
yeah.
fangs in his mouth.
Well, I don't know if.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
he's been
maybe I
interacting with the
that.
party enough. If it, yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No.
I always, sometimes I forget.
Like, especially for Jibcos, okay? you died to the guys, so.
Bitch ass.
There's some other weird stuff going on because he has, certainly
I
lived
hate that.
longer than he should
motherfucker
have
in my
because.
life.
Yeah, indeed.
Ooh. But you do both have in common that you're living too long.
Well, fuck you. I'm living a perfectly normal amount of time. For the amount of time.
Sure.
Sure. And perhaps
Just the other
you're
ones that,
more similar than you think? Hmm?
Don't you dare fucking compare me to that motherfucker.
Maybe not in personality.
He's a psychopath.
Exactly.
The fuck?
I said not in personality. I'm just saying everything else, maybe.
What?
Yeah, the way why he's living longer, or you know, what's going on
I do
there.
not think he's a revenant. He doesn't look like a revenant.
No, not quite. But he's certainly undead.
You can't tell. I'm squeezing my eyes at you. You being undeadest? Are you saying that all undead are the same?
No.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying, you know, maybe you can become super good friends at some point.
I'm dead
He
as...
killed me.
You never know. You never know, you know. But you're still alive, so you did the bad job.
I'm not alive.
Fair enough.
Burn.
Maybe the two of you can, you know, get together over how you both are no longer alive and died.
He
Yeah.
literally killed me. How many times I need to say this?
I'm just kind of, I mean, like,
Yeah, but it's like digging yourself deeper and deeper. It's crazy.
It's just like, oh yeah, well
That
you guys
might be on
can.
purpose.
He literally fucking killed me.
I mean, you have some shared memories, you know, you can bounce off
yeah,
on.
exactly. Good starting point. You,
Remember the time when you
You're
killed
gonna make me
me?
jump
Oh,
off
yeah,
fucking
that
off
was
the
a good
bridge.
time.
exactly. I think it's a great icebreaker.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, we've both seen my blood.
I fucking hate you.
I'm back. What happened?
I'm such in a giggly mood tonight. Jeez.
I'm back.
I-
What happened?
We've been trying to
I felt the button
convince
push.
we've been trying to convince Jivkas to get best buddies with Rahaden.
Yeah, give Rodan a
Yeah,
a
okay.
chance.
What
I'm
the
gonna
fuck?
bury that motherfucker.
Hashtag give Rahaden a chance.
You trying to make it a ship?
No.
I mean,
Enemies to lovers is, I mean, one of the best stories ever.
I'm gonna kill you guys. I'm leaving again. Oh guys, I'm sorry, my internet's going down again. Oh fuck.
One of the things
Tree was better.
catching up. One of the things catching up to this campaign was like, yeah, we went in our campaign because of Mother Lucy was like, it was for the time we were like, yeah, we will fuck Strandra and if we could.
it's true.
Yeah.
Here is more like, yeah, this guy's creepy. Fuck.
Yeah, I
It's more
mean,
realistic.
Rahad is the woman is very beloved by Croft.
You make Rahad a hot woman.
Well,
Old woman.
she
You
is a
made-
difficult
you
woman to
made-
work with.
it's
I have
Yes.
been trying my best.
Made it right.
Did,
I
Okay,
did
did
look
you
at
make
kind
her
of almost
like
get
actors-
through to her.
It's true.
Look at Rahadin in this campaign. Look at his face. He looks like a frog.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, Rahadis is a lot hotter.
Yeah,
that's
it's
her.
true. It's true.
That does
I
help her a
did.
lot.
I did
Slimy
Rahadin
looking.
dirty by keeping the normal art for him in the book. It's true. It's true.
He looks ugly as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
You made him a waifu in Five Atonement?
No,
No.
but we're trying. Eventually, maybe.
Try to make a crack.
I
At
did
least.
get her when I did get her when I told her that I would, you know, speak, try to get her be a vampire.
Nice.
Got her
Yeah.
for a moment, but then you know, she started hating me again.
It's
We'll
true.
figure it out. I'm
It's
sure.
true. Okay. From that to this. Oh god, whiplash. Okay. All right,
Serious mode.
you're standing on the shore, just by the beginning of that wooden pier. You just looked around, and you have not seen anything overtly, any dangers lurking or anything watching for now. Team Drama, what do you want to do?
I said, like, Lyria has been looking around and she says, I don't see anything necessarily, but if we want to, we could also talk back in our abode if we're allowed in. I'm not sure if
I
that is
think we have.
necessarily better.
I think the nature of this person's lycanthropy would be a good information, perhaps.
Well, as far as Wukong was wanting, he didn't want us to share this information to Matea. So I guess at least that should be talked about. I have to be honest. I don't fully trust that man.
Me
I've
neither.
got-
It's just very specific. I don't know if I can kill a person based on a second-hand account of.
I mean,
Of
in
some-
the end, it probably is none of our business. We get what we want, and he gets what he wants. But
Yes,
it's
but
just
we're not mercenaries.
no. I just feel this whole thing, him not wanting us to tell Matea, him being this needs to be done in a timely manner, and it has to be secret. All of that is I don't know, understandable, but also suspicious at the same time.
I just feel like we're missing a perspective here.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone
matter
here
of who
has it
we
out
feel-
for someone. Excuse me, Nix, I interrupted you.
It's okay. It's all a matter of who we wish to align closest with. I was certain that when we came in here, that we were all under the understanding that hag covens, just like you, Matir, and your mother, and the hags of this land, hate each other and looking for any opportunity to one up each other, right? That isn't that the nature of being in the coven, being a hag is.
Well, maybe it just feels that mayhap mayhap Morgan, not Morgan, mayhap Babalizaga has it in a different way. Maybe she has a new administrative method. I mean, it looks like she's not really she's promoting competition, but not in the same manner as what relationship she had with my mother.
True, but I mean, the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree, no? She wants
That's true
to
enough.
create rivalries to build stronger covens so that they can serve her better, right? It's a matter of competition. So if that's the case, and that's one way of recruitment, I suppose. It leads to believe that if we're trying to, being told to keep everything secret from Matea, that leads to believe that if Matea knew this information, that she would say probably something negative about it. And vice versa. So we have to be playing this political game of, musical chairs if we wish to. Or we can choose to align with whoever we feel is more appropriate for our cause, and just to get through to what we need to do to get close to Baba Saga. If we have the covens fighting amongst each other whilst we do other things, that too would turn Baba's eyes away from whatever we're doing. I don't see anything problematic, so to speak, in not keeping it secret from Matea, and then we play double agent, triple agent, whatever it is.
I concur with that.
Yeah. I think
Seems,
just at the end of the day, if all we want is good words to Bubbly Saga, then doing what Wukong wants us to do is the easy solution.
I mean,
'Cause
we get
he-
something out of it too. So, I mean, as long as we're still serving our purposes, that's our main goal, right? Whatever these people want
Yeah,
us to do
I agree.
is merely, does it get us closer? Yes or no? That's basically all that we have to care about, right, Darius?
Yeah, that's just as Nick said. We need to find whatever is good for us. Whether we want to align and get the support of one of the hacks, or just let them fight so we are free.
Yes, I wonder if it was like a game that you used to play with one of your buddies, like a war game. What sort of tactic would you have gone for? You seem
Well, I I will actually just decide which priorities on the list, pretty much.
Hmm. This is a conundrum, dear friends.
I think I want to say I don't mind telling Matea. I think it's probably not a problem. I just wanted to set it straight that if all we're trying to do is to get the job done and move on, then all we need to do is just, you know, get
Yes.
this mission that we've just got over with.
Then let me ask you a question. If you tell Matea, what it will bring you?
I don't know.
Probably a night's rest in her home. I think that's sufficient information to go on. We can
Wukong
also-
already said that he would give us shelter for the night also if we do this mission for him.
Indeed, but
Keep in mind that also playing double agent could be bad, and we ended up being enemies of both, and then all eyes are on us.
indeed. I don't know, it just feels too awkward. Two people, apparently separate, each have someone from one coven that they hate.
Yeah.
Something is just too convenient. It's
I mean,
like
I've been honest with Wukong that we wanted to tell Matea, and he at least seemed. He said he can't stop us. He just showed us his wishes. So it seems like even if he heard or figured out that Matea knows, he might be slightly unenthused by it, but he won't, change the deal or whatever. It's probably something we can do. It could lead to other difficulties that we don't see. Maybe Matea acts on her own, trying to get revenge or justice, which would be a problem in itself.
I'm sure if
Potentially.
anything goes wrong, I could sway their minds one way or another.
That's good, I
Nothing
guess.
such as what we are considering is so detrimental that they would completely consider us enemies without having at least us speak to them first. And if that happens, well, then they're just going to have to get, cozy toward Nyx here.
All right. Okay. So, I think we tell Matea then.
Provided it
Hello.
serves our best interests, of course.
I don't know if it. I can be honest. It's probably the least serving up. It might be. It might give us more insight. I don't know if we want or need more insight. I mean, I would like to do this right, but at the end of the day, we're pressed for time.
I'd
Maybe
say
it's just a
if you want my vote and you're asking for votes, I would say we tell her. After all, Anya is all cozy with him, and Anya was all about killing the people of Kresk. So to me, she is a rotten piece of fruit at the bottom of the barrel, rotting everything else that she touches.
Well, whilst I think
don't think she wanted to kill everyone in Kresk. I think her actions led to that.
It,
But
it takes a
yeah,
certain kind of
What-
personality to make those decisions, lead to
wait,
those
hold on.
conclusions.
What?
that
Now I
is
really
fair.
want to know what happened with her in Kresk.
Oh, well, that's a really funny story. You see, she had a son, and that son was very ill. So
I think
she
it's a
took
brother.
it
But
to.
yeah.
Oh, I see, it was brother. Sorry. So she took her brother to a person called the abbot, who is supposed to be a healer of sorts. Long story short, the abbot was a lot of things, but healer was not one of them. He turned her brother into a sort of uh,
A
Of
mouthy
monster.
creature.
yes, that tried to kill everyone. She knew about it, but she has elected to not tell anyone because she wanted to keep it a secret. That secret almost killed the entire village.
She wanted to basically put her brother's life above everyone else in the village, so much so that it killed a few of the villagers, and she has no remorse for those actions. From one angle, from one perspective, you could say, oh, she was protecting the one that she loves. But that careless disregard of life, that comes from deep within.
I
I
don't
think-
like her, but I don't know
Well,
if she knew the exact ramifications of what she was doing. She was dealing with things that she did not understand. I think she thought she might be able to save her
I
brother.
believe. I believe that she panicked, and the love for her brother set her astray and set astray her judgment. Whilst I believe that she is completely in the wrong for doing what she did, I don't think that people that come here are people that make good choices in life, as a general rule of thumb.
It's a matter of perspective, I suppose, but I'm looking at the core of a person, someone's true nature. And if, like I said, if you want my vote, I say tell Matea and fuck that guy and fuck her.
Yeah, then let's get some votes.
Okay.
Lyra looks to the rest.
Okay. I vote for telling Matea because in the argument of trying to be as reliable to her as possible whilst trying to see reactions and gauge information.
Well, it seems like it's 3 people to tell Matea, I guess. Do we really need to vote?
Say
we
your
are-
piece, though, Irius. I mean, if you have a strong conviction, we are just looking at it from a perspective of how we know Anna and what Matea offers. But look, you have a voice here too. Just because we have all said it does not necessarily mean 3 against 2 or 4 against 1. Say your piece.
Yes.
Well, putting everyone in danger as well, in my case, I did. I learned my lesson. So I will say to tell Matea.
Very nods. Any objections, Jeffscos? Or
I would have agreed.
So
From
it
what
seems
you have said, it appears she is not a perfect person in any light, even if she did it for someone she thought was good.
alright, that is nice and easy.
well, it seems we have a course of action. That's nice.
Do we want to talk about more things here right now, or do we want to talk back in our bedroom? I don't know if that is safe necessarily, but it might be. Certainly no bugs around or scarecrows. Though I don't see any right now anyway.
I believe that we'll need to have an end game quite soon, but I still can't see it yet on the horizon.
We have a lot still to do, I think.
I mean, at least we
before
know.
the end game is in sight.
I mean, at least we know what the island is now.
That's true enough.
And it might be, I mean, location you want to go, right, somebody?
Sounds like it.
But we also know that it is off limits. Told to us by Baba Desaka herself, so.
Yes. Well, we'll see how we manage to juggle the, let's call it, naughty action that we want to take.
Okay.
Let's keep being good.
I'm saying if maybe we have, if we have a few minutes of not Baba's attention, could try to do more than just one action. But it's risky.
Right.
I guess the most important thing is getting closer to Baba first, probably. So, focus on that. It's the only way to really achieve what we want to achieve here.
I'd have to agree.
Okay, so I guess any objections right now? You don't have to necessarily explain if you feel uncomfortable here to following with Wukon's plan. I mean, obviously we're going to talk to Rumen first, and I guess let Mattia know what we know, but since it is of pressing time, I don't want to have to, you know, rethink everything. We should already talk about it a little bit.
I'm not exactly sure what you're asking here, or what to talk about.
Well, do you want to do this or not? Do you think it is reasonable for us to do it? Do you think we can do it? Do we think we're able to
I
do it
think,
without anyone
mean,
knowing?
Hmm.
I
Like I
don't
said,
think it's
personally,
reasonable or
we
unreasonable until we meet the person.
I thought the intention was that, okay, we've been given this sort of secret mission that sounds sketchy as fuck, and now we're
Yes.
talking about, well, are we aligning ourselves with him or with Matea? And we just said Matea, so I thought then our next plan of action would be to go tell Matea and say, he asked us to do this. Is it a bad thing? What do you
Right.
think? Should we just
Oh,
do
you
it?
want
And
to
maybe
tell
we
her
could do it.
everything? Oh,
Well, I mean, what's the big deal? Like, why do we have to be secretive if we are aligning with one? But we can also go from the angle, say, look, this is what he told us that he wanted to do. Now we can still go do that, but if you have any reason why we should do it like in a shitty job, or like subvert the actions or whatever, we'll
she
get
likes
more
Wukong.
insight on that side of things.
She likes him. She
Question
believes
is-
him.
And why the secretism?
Well, he doesn't want her to know that this is the length he's going to buy.
Why not?
Why not?
Oh, you know, maybe it is prestige. Maybe he is worried that she will hold it over him, or maybe
Let's go
that her
find out.
trust is destroyed. I
We give a
thought we
shit.
would have
I
just.
mean, really, like, do it
Wukong,
matter?
Wukong is the person that can get us to Baba Lysaga. Matea cannot. I like Matea more, I agree. But she was not Baba's apprentice, and does not have the pull that he has as the eldest of this coven. If we want to achieve our goal, then Wukong often is the easiest approach. And it seems like this conflict that we're supposed to help with, it seems like we can't show Baba because there's no real evidence for anyone that this
Every-
person was even it. So we can't really show Baba Lysaga what we were trying to do, which was, show her that we do good and solve problems. We can't really do that right now. So our best bet is to get a good
That
word.
was not what she was asking for us. So she could care less if we're good people. She asked us to show us strength.
I mean, if we kill a werewolf, that would be a good show of strength, but I don't think she'll appreciate us killing servant
Exactly.
first.
I'm not
Especially-
suggesting that we kill anyone. I'm just suggesting that we don't have to play this game. We can play it how
I
we
concur
want.
that we don't have to play this game, but I think that if we wish to play it our own way, we need to understand all the pieces, which we currently lack.
So what are you suggesting, Illyria? That we actually believe in Wukong, we go do what he does, and
No, I
hopefully
think-
it's not a trap, or what's the deal?
I think we tell Matea that we have discovered or we've seen that this then cell I didn't. Someone needs to write the name down because I'm not sure. Is a werewolf. We saw it, and or we have very high suspicion, and it fits with the information we've gathered before. There's no other roaring creature out there that could have been responsible, so we give her that evidence, and she will say her part as to why she doesn't think it is him, or why she thinks it is him, and we will work with that. We'll talk to Rumen's people, maybe even talk to Wenzel himself, and just try to, without showing our cards, get some information. And if we feel like it is enough, which it seems like it might be, then I think we should go with Wukong's mission, because it is, after all, our easiest and fastest way up the chain. I don't think Matea can really help us for what we want to do. I mean, maybe Rumen, honestly, maybe we talk to Rumen and he has a mission for us. I think Rumen is probably our best bet, but I'm probably gonna like him the least. So, well,
We'll see. Maybe even let's see if he even wants to talk to us.
hope so.
I
Okay.
say
Then-
let's
I have
Have
no
a-
objections if that's what you feel is the best way of going for it. It's a little over my head. I'm not exactly all about this back and forth, but yeah, you sound convinced that this is the best way forward. So if you think so, let's do it.
Arius nods after Nix finishes the sentence.
Jivkos nods like the exact same time.
I don't want to take your thoughts or reasons away from you, of course. I just think, even though I don't like Wukong or I think I'm a bit suspicious of all of this, I still think he's, I guess after Rumen, the most useful ally we can have here.
It is a little bit concerning, but I'm sure it's a phrase that you're using. To be clear, we have no allies here.
yes. We have only people that try to use us for their interests, and we're trying to use them for our interests, and it should be treated that way. Not until I see a genuine show of loyalty or affection from any of these parties am I willing to accept it.
Guess you misunderstand how I see an ally. It's just someone that is helping us achieve what we want.
An ally is more than someone who helps you achieve what you want. If you and Strahd want the same thing, that does not make Strahd an ally. It makes you people with the same
Or
interests.
maybe it's just, I think it's just semantics. Maybe I'm looking at it differently. Fine, then I don't have a better word then. What do you would call it? Do I always say someone that will help us achieve our goals? Is that the best thing? Then he will be that.
Someone that shares the same interest.
Yeah.
But not
Well-
really an ally.
The enemy of my enemy.
Sure. He is the best enemy of our enemy. Not really. Guess it doesn't even work either. It's fine. I think we got the point. I'll think of a better word.
Let's go. Let's go. Iris, go check. Maybe one of your books has a definition.
As you
I guess. Starts opening the book.
as Arius frantically looks through his books, Chip goes, "Where do we go?"
We're going back to Metages, or are we going to thingies? I forget. Sorry.
I
think
think we're
Metasia
going
is
to
probably-
Metasia,
yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metasia.
Then it just back
Yeah.
the way that we came, which I believe was
Yeah.
along the sort of eastern road.
Yes, yeah, you just backtracking. Yeah, the closest. Yeah, for sure.
We didn't get
Yeah.
attacked last time, so we'll get attacked this time. Fingers crossed.
Woo! Yeah. You
I mean,
so-
we cleared the.
sorry. You cleared?
No. So, nothing. Sorry.
Okay.
No.
You clear the bend around the fish stocks neighborhood, around that hill in the center, and quickly you return to that thin strip of land in between those two masses of water. There are, again, a few moving streams through the water that shouldn't move as they do, but they further away and less. There's less of them, and they seem to be further away from you in general. But there are still a few, but it does give you a sense of relief that they seem to not care about you in the same way. You quickly return to the edge of the town, the schoolhouse, ruined and half fallen into that pond to your left, and from there the Sleepy Knight's Inn is just a short stone toss away.
I think if we get there, Illyria suddenly is like, I got it. Help her. He's the best helper we can get.
That sounds more accurate, yes.
Okay, fine. Let's go with Harper. I love it. You win.
You walk up into the door again. The little doll, opens his mouth, says the same creepy thing. Like, welcome back, strangers. I hope you have something important for our coven. And the reaction.
Is Scarecrow still around?
Oh, yes. Make me a perception intelligence.
Your thing. Oh. First
Oh.
and second wind, of course.
Of course. The scarecrows, anyway. 10? Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, you
good
see like an outline of like the closest one through the mist, just standing there. No.
Cool.
The reaction is slower this time around, but eventually the door does open slightly, and a rather tousled, hair-looking Dana slowly creeps open the door, and she like immediately crosses her hands over her chest. We didn't think you would return so quickly. What do you want?
Share information that we've gathered, and we want to make sure that we're doing in the best interest. We're handling the best interest of Matea. So we want to share information and, figure out next steps.
Really? Done all of that in the course of the morning? An hour you left? Where did you go?
Walk-ons.
Yeah.
You did.
Indeed. He was friendly.
It was.
What's your impression of Wukong? You seem a bit surprised.
No. Well, he's always polite. He's old for a reason. Matea and Mary is not home. Wait here. I'll go get them. I'm gonna close the door. I don't want you inside of there without anyone of us in there, okay? I'm sorry.
Just when they do. When do they come back?
They're close by. I mean, I could just go and get them. I'm sure if...
No trouble.
I mean, if you visited Vulcan... 1 second. And she locks the door behind her, like, leaving you outside. And she, like, puts her hands into her pockets and kind of, like, sullenly walks away. She seems to be heading southwards. And then her figure disappears in the mist.
I think I'm just looking at where the scarecrow is.
You kind of like in the you kind of like in the groove in between the two houses, so there isn't too much because the pen with
it's
the
just
goats.
the direction where it would come from, basically.
Oh yeah.
It's just like
so there's like a
but you
path.
just see this thing, yeah.
This is like a side path going that way, and then of course it's open to the road here. But
Yeah.
if you look both ways, for sure, from time to time, yeah. Left an impression.
We don't like scarecrows now anymore. I guess I never liked them.
Just
I've never...
oh, sorry, Cookie.
Nothing. Nothing.
It's gonna take a couple of minutes for this to happen, so if you have a response.
What? I've never seen a scarecrow actually scarecrow, you know. Seems like we really suck at their job.
Right. I suppose there are no crows here. Or ravens.
Just a couple of minutes afterwards, the three figures does come walking out of the mists, coming from the south, heading north towards you. Like Mateja is in front, and she's like has this kind of like towel, and she's like cleaning her hands. Her sleeves have been folded up to her elbows. Mary is behind. Also, they're both looking a little bit like red over their cheeks. Whatever they were doing required some kind of physical, expression. And she waves slightly through the mists just to like show friendliness from afar. And she walks up with a little bit of a concerned look on her face. You came back so quickly. Dana said, you have something for me?
Yes. Let me talk to Wukong.
All right.
And he had good information. Together with the information we already gathered, we think we have things to discuss.
All right. I'm happy to stop churning cheese for this. So, be my guest. And she walks up to the door, lets you all in. Their whole tirade of like, cleaning your boots and taking them off and everything, dusting yourself off before you enter into the larger main room. This time, like, there's no fanfare. Mateja, like, calmly sits down. kind of rests her elbows on the table, and she looks to you all with an open expression. So?
Well, Wukon has a suspicion. And he, well, more than a suspicion, he has seen. Well, you remember we talked about a raw, a beast that has to be responsible for what happened? Wukon saw one of the coven members turn from a beast into a man.
You did?
Yes, a werewolf, if you've heard of that term before.
What? A werewolf here? But
That is
Mrs.
what he
Baba
has told
says...
her.
Who?
Well, he saw Vansel.
Mansell?
Mm-hmm.
A werewolf? That boy? But... Wait, how? When so... His family was persecuted in Valaki. He came here on recommendation from Wakta herself 2 years ago. To escape the former rule.
Right? That's why we want to talk to you. We want to... You know him well? Who is he? Who was he?
Wenzel is a very bright young man. I think these days they prefer to be referred to as them. Finding his way, their way. He is open-minded. They're curious, very curious, keen on, I guess. Yes, I mean, they really want to protect themselves. They are devoted to their studies and devoted to Baba, devoted to us and what we do.
Have you seen any
They came to us
behavior?
with already a passing knowledge. A Marc, the two were already there.
Which family is he?
In which coven, or?
No, from Valaki. Said his family was persecuted.
Since he belonged to Rumen's coven, and he doesn't... They doesn't particularly enjoy my empathetic advances. Perhaps I make them uncomfortable. I've been working on him. It's a bit of a nut there, but I think with time I can crack through those hardened layers. But from what I know, what?
Do they look odd to you? Do they have... Because Vulcan says that this person gives him the grapes. in a way. You feel something like that when you stare into that man's eye, or person. What do you see? Do you see something there? Something warm? Something cold?
What do I see?
I need you to think really hard because this is potentially life and death.
Okay. To be honest, I see a scared young person turning to anything that can give them protection. Even embracing the most difficult parts of magic and power. They can be gullible, perhaps a little bit reckless. But they just want to feel safe. I think most of us was that way when we entered.
You don't know if any family he could have been a part of in the Lucky.
He said
I'm just asking because to give us a better background, because
they said that his family was intimately a part of. I don't know if this words mean anything to you, but like Wakter's book club or some kind of inner circle. But somehow
the boy that
Vargas's, what I've heard, got news of this. Something that the parents did that it displeased the former burgomaster and some kind of dirt. And he was smuggled out of Alaki, but his family wasn't so lucky. And he was given to Baba, to us for safekeeping. It's
maybe.
It was through Vincel that I had the courage to reach out to Wakter. And through Adrian, smuggled the babe out. A favor for a favor.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry. The Rumen asked.
No. I've heard good things about Lady Wakter through Vincel. And therefore, I found the courage to
I understand.
To entrust this Adrian with the kid.
I see.
And trust that Lady Wakter vouched for this couple. But it didn't come to pass.
So this person knows of your plot?
Man said
Miss
no,
Wenzel,
shouldn't. Only me, Dana, and Mary should.
Well, and Adrian, since you.
Well, yes.
gave him
Yes,
the baby.
Lady Wakter.
And he, yes, and Lady Wakter, and they know Vincel.
You think... But why would they... They want Baba's favor? Are they trying to, snitch on me to hope that they will get an in with Baba? But how did they... Who killed them then? Baba would never hurt a child.
Well, as I
mean,
said,
she would punish the parents, but this no.
I mean, you have seen. You know Wukon. You. I don't know. How much do you trust the information that he has given us? It seemed important to him that we believe him.
Yes, of course. I mean, he's been a replacement older brother for me for a very long time. He's always been there. I've known him for all my life.
Well, he said he has seen Vencel turn from a werewolf into himself. If you think he's a credible source of information, then that much is
Really?
clear.
No.
It is also
So he's implying that Vencel, as a werewolf?
he doesn't know our information. He only has seen this happen. Events don't have to be linked, but it seems likely. If what he says is true, we did hear a creature roar, which, as you have said, is not really a thing that's around here. So unless there's another person here that also can transform into a beast, or, I don't know, do powerful illusion magic. Well, powerful, I don't know, somewhat powerful. That seems like a very reasonable explanation of the situation. He says, at least, that every full moon, Vencel would disappear or stay away.
Really?
Have you noticed any odd behavior on random days, perhaps? Him not being with the captain at night or seeming... Yeah.
Rumen and Lubina would be more to ask them. I don't live with him on the regular. Maybe. I don't know what is. But it is strange. I said so before. They are weirdly out of the blue from one night to another favored by Baba. He is a novice among us, but yet only Wukong usually, unless something has happened with Wukong, then it would be either me or Rumen. But Vencel, I wondered why Baba favors the boy.
You think lycanthropy can be a reason for that? Seems like something your mistress might be interested in to understand.
Perhaps a bit like Vencel, she is reckless when it comes to acquiring assets and power and knowledge. Maybe, but if he was truly dangerous to us acolytes, then I don't believe she would.
Well, maybe he's not necessarily dangerous to you, but he did earn their favor by, taking care of the problem. Silently.
So you believe that, let's back up. You believe that Vencel is in contact with Lady Wachter, and Lady Wachter wanted Vencel to do this, to get favors from Baba.
We are not really clear ourselves entirely. We have received a small amount of information, and we were just running it by you as true allies, in this sort of arrangement. The true truth is not understood by us yet. For all that we know, Wenzel is harboring a creature, a werewolf perhaps, or something of the like, and attends to it every full moon. And it might not be him. I mean, we were just getting hearsay from Wukong. Our motivations right now are just to be transparent with you as we go about our endeavors and to understand whether or not you feel his motivations are in everyone's best interest or not.
Wait, Wukong gave you this information? Why? What did he want in return? If he hasn't told
He
me,
wants
what
to
have you
solve-
promised him?
Wants to solve this murder too. And we...
Then why didn't he
Yeah.
trust me? Come to me with it.
He said that he didn't want to. He felt you cared too much for the boy, and he didn't want you to, you know, have a bad feeling, I suppose, about, you know, breaking that connection you have.
And I thought my days of being patronized were over.
Seems like no, it's not the case.
Well, if that's the case, then we have a young man to go and talk to. And Matea starts to rise out of the chair, but Dana rushes forward and kind of like pushes a hand onto her shoulder, kind of attempts to push her back into the chair. No, Matea, think, please. If Wukong wanted them to help with this and he didn't tell you, it was probably for a good reason. Perhaps it's just better to let them handle it? I mean, so far, so good, right?
Empathy, composure, check, please.
Oh.
But it's like he's pressed up against the glass, like.
Like a rabid dog.
Yeah.
Just from a perspective,
Smashing at the
like, does it look like she is preventing Matea from going, not because of what she says, but because of an ulterior motive? Does it look like she's trying to cover up a reason and come up with an excuse? Is she like twitchy and stuff like that?
Sure.
Going rabid, trying to get the answer.
Easy 15.
It's 15. Dana is very scared for Morteja in this moment. She doesn't want her to do this, and she's frantically coming up with reasons for it.
It's like she's grasping at straws situation. It's more like
Yeah, grasping
she's
for
preventing
anything.
Matea from doing it. I would look at Dana and say, rest assured, we are more than capable of making sure that Matea remains safe during this conversation. It's just a chat. Surely nothing can come of it. At least no danger.
You don't really have a good track record when it comes to staying out of danger. But so far, they have been really good at uncovering the truth. So just let them continue. If this is what Wukong wants, then let it continue. Dana?
Can I just understand what you want to do, Matea? You want to go to Vencel and be like, are you a werewolf? Or what's the idea here?
Matea kind of looks between Dana, who's kind of like keeping her down in the chair, and to all of you, a little bit confused. Dana. Why are you so scared? Yes, I mean, surely with them. We should go, if you're worried, as a coven. I know that Mary is perhaps not. She needs more training. But we're stronger together. I need to know the truth. Yes, a baby died, Dana. Our Nella died. I need to know the truth. Dana steps away a little bit. I wish. I'm scared. I'm very scared. If this is how Walker knows best. He's very wise. He's been leading us for a very long time. He knows what he's doing. If he has a plan, just let it unfold. We don't need to get involved. We're already involved as it is. I am worried that your subterfuge is revealed and what will happen to you and us in extension. I don't want to go. Dana, but what about Nella? What about... We loved her. She was like a daughter to us both. That baby. Surely this should be enough for us to risk our skin. I mean, if not for this, then for what? If I refuse, there won't be a coven to back you up. And perhaps that will make you not go. So, I refuse. Mataja in this moment is looking bewildered, sad, angry. But this seems to be a longer conversation, and she kind of stops herself and she looks to the rest of you, like searching for some kind of guidance.
Yeah, I just want to get it straight. Your plan. You believe if you ask Wenzel nicely enough, he will tell you what happened, what's going on with him.
Dana, you don't... I'm not going to do anything too drastic. I want to give them an opportunity to just say it to my face. Perhaps there's something I missed there. I need to know. But it's dangerous to not go with the full coven. I don't understand why you're being so resolute. We are already in danger. I don't see how this is going to... Dana just shakes her head, looks to all of you extremely angrily, and then attempts to march out of the room. Which she does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well... For the record, I don't think this is necessarily a bad idea to have you with us. If you are in good terms with him, it is a good chance for us to learn the truth. I do understand that it is dangerous if this is something they've gone to great lengths to keep this undercover. Even Baba didn't tell anyone or anything about it. I'm thinking she's probably involved, considering the evidence. So it is dangerous to want him to confess to you. But as you said, if you're willing to take that risk, if you think it is reasonable, important to you, then I think it can help. I think both is true.
Martasia kind of frets a little bit. She looks torn. There is certainly a fire behind her eyes that is burning. She wants to do something, but she turns to look towards Mary and see her standing there trembling in fear, looking between Martasia and Dana, who rushed out. And there's a heavy sigh from Martasia. For Mary's sake, please come back with more information. I will have to entrust this with you as well. I will talk to Dana in the meantime, and perhaps when we reconvene, my coven will be more aligned with what truly matters. Okay? I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, she certainly seems to trust Wukong a lot in this matter.
I do too. I don't know why he won't... That he fears... I'm not going to... He should have entrusted this with me. I want to do something about it. But if he trusts you to do something that I cannot, well then... He is wise. Sure. Fine.
Okay. I think the rest of them. Any more questions?
With your blessing, and since you're not able to gather your forces, and with the notion that we are being truthful with you, we will go find out ourselves exactly what is going on. And if it does turn out that there is some other subversion that perhaps either Wukong or wherever is coming from, know that we will take action that is in the best interests. But if we anger you because those were wrong decisions, sometimes there is collateral damage, and this is of no direct purposeful cause that we're doing it. It's just merely we're acting based off of the information that we know. Of course, having you with us would have provided a greater insight in terms of why. So since we can't have that, we're just going to go. And we are going to do the thing. And we are going to all be happy, okay?
Sure. But rest assured... I cannot blame you if I'm not there. So... Yes,
You
I
have your
understand.
chance. I mean, it's your call, of course. I mean, stay with your coven. You're stronger with your coven. Sure. We're pretty strong too. Just saying. Look, have you seen the size of Chief Cos? Sturdy, girthy. He's a good boy. Look, we'll handle it. Saying as you can.
I will entrust you with it then. Perhaps I can talk to. Perhaps I will join you later. I will come and
You
talk
can
to
talk
Dana.
in around for sure. But I don't know, something a little more in depth that perhaps you know better than the rest of us. It's weird that she is so afraid when your danger levels aren't really increasing. It just is. So it kind of sounds screwy, but that's on you guys. So
I've seen
That's
enough of
the
you to
invitation.
trust your judgment enough. If one cell turns out to be some kind of danger to my community, then of course.
We've done our due diligence. Ready, everyone? Let's get going.
Jivkos just looks sort of mildly confused and offended at being called girthy, but
Matea gives Nix a disparaging look.
She
But-
can't help but be friends with Nix, unfortunately. This is just the way the roles are. It's like that guy, you love to hate, and you hate to love.
Indeed. So you shuffle out?
But a good dick.
You shuffle out? Okay.
Shuffle
you
out.
Shuffle out. You shuffle.
We do the shuffle.
You do the shuffle.
The electric slide out of there.
Yeah, it takes like a
Jaywalk.
moment longer, being like still a little bit in thought, but she does follow the rest of the party.
All right. So, Team Trauma, what you gonna do?
Do we want more information about where Wenzel came from?
I think, personally, there is something not quite adding up. Would knowing where he came from change the fact that we're going to investigate? Would it help in any way? I can't say.
Oh, I mean, he has to have gotten whatever he has right now from somewhere.
Well, we know that he was in cahoots with Lady Vacta, of whom was also in cahoots with Strad. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
but the
I
werewolves
personally...
don't add in.
Well,
They
Strad
don't.
has some
They didn't work
werewolves.
together.
Strad does have some werewolves.
Yes,
Maybe not
but
the ones Red Fang, but you know.
I mean, I don't see the connection at the moment. Maybe there is one.
Perhaps. Maybe that information will be shown to us as we go see what this dear Wenzel is up to.
Right. I also don't know who best to ask, even. Yeah, you know, I would
Well-
say Danica, if she wouldn't be in a lot of trouble, she probably would have known who 2 years ago got... which family got murdered or pushed out or exiled or whatever.
Not sure that she would have the right frame of mind to answer such a
Yes,
question
I
where she
agree.
is.
That's what I said. That's why I said, like, you made used to, and no longer is a good idea. Yeah. Maybe
We don't have
Muriella
Lady
knows
Vactor on
something.
our side either, so I think that in this time, I think we have to go snooping. We have to be our own investigators here to find out exactly what's going on and make our own judgments.
I concur with
not
Nix.
always can't always be in the know. Sometimes we just have to be in the blind and be confident that we can do what we can do. I believe in us.
I just wanted to give
Of
the
course.
thought out there. We can research if you want to. There's still people
Let
we
me
can
know.
call.
I mean, keep thinking on it. It's a good thought, Illyria, to gain further information so we can make educated decisions. Is of course a much better way of doing things. But unless you know something I don't, I can't think of anyone that we can particularly contact that would even know this guy. Maybe the father. What's his face?
Right,
From
Lucian.
Lucius.
Yes. Lucius, yeah, Lucian, I think.
If you have the
Yeah.
ability and strength too,
That's
maybe
true.
he might give us some insight. If that will ease your mind.
It does cost resources, but it could be useful. That's why I wanted to
Try it out
check
then. I
in.
mean, if you can spare the resources, I think, I'm not dismissing your idea. I just think that the people that we know and are friendly to us and can actually be linked to Pencil are kind of slim and limited. But maybe him, yeah, out of anyone.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
Ah, well, sometimes it does come to the old Nick's head. Not often, though.
Lucian?
Yeah.
Wait, which? What? I'm drawing a blank.
Father Lucian from Villa.
Yeah!
He
Yes.
definitely has been there longer than 2 years.
Yes, yes,
He
yes,
probably knows when people,
He had
yes.
a
God.
couple of kiddos, and
Yes.
maybe there's it's a bit of a stretch, but it's hard to think right
I mean,
now.
it should probably be obvious. Like, I can't imagine it's something that many people don't know because, like, they got, like, pushed out, something with the family happened, and they, like, ran away or whatever. Like,
He
surely.
was into kids, I guess, so we'll just have to see what he knows.
Now you're ready, Bexxy. We can first do other things if you want to.
No, it was just I freaked out. That was one-liner, drop of a one-liner. No, we can definitely talk to Father Lucian.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that. She like if unless anyone objects, but I don't think so. She will focus her mind, and she will send a message to Father Lucian, and she will say, Father Lucian, it's me, Saint Illyria. I have a question. Do you know a family that got exiled or attacked 2 years ago? Working with Wachter? Yeah, you can answer in your mind. 25 words.
Lady
She-
Lyria,
Oh, yeah.
so good to hear your voice. This, wow, Morning Lord, family 2 years ago, Lady Wachter. There has been a few, but there were school teachers of the Torbica family, and their kid disappeared. Does it help?
What name did you say? Sorry.
Torbica.
Oh, wow, yeah. Wow. Very wrong. Okay. Okay. Well, let me first do my soul check.
Oh! In control.
Damn.
At the end, did he say like a first name also, or?
No, the school teachers of the Torbica family, the kid that disappeared.
Okay.
They were apparently close to Lady Wachter.
Okay. School teacher. I think think she looks back to them. It's difficult to get all the information across, but it seems like Vencel came from a Torbica family. It was like apparently teachers that were working with Acta, and that child disappeared 2 years ago. He didn't. His words, did it seem? I don't know, when he mentioned the family or their profession, was there any like, I don't know, feeling of troubled history? Like there was like a certain tone to the voice that felt like there was more than just a name, like a more history behind that he just couldn't share or maybe
Make
didn't
me
want to
make
share.
me an empathy pusher.
Okay.
Seven. He sounded very happy to hear from you and eager to be helpful.
Okay.
It seems to you like he delivered the information rather matter-of-factly.
Okay. It might be possible that there is more history there. I mean, he only has 25 words, and I couldn't quite get across everything I wanted to, either in my 25 words. As she like, yeah.
Any insight?
Yes, as I
Is it
said,
gonna change our directions at this point, or?
well, I mean, calling back to his family ties might, I don't know, rough them up a little bit, make him make mistakes.
Perhaps. Maybe, yeah, calling back to the good old days will be something that might jog his memory, or I don't know. But always good to
Well,
have.
we could talk about that. We did free Velaki from Vargas, so you know he probably hates those guys, considering, or him specifically, considering he was with Lady Wactor. So we can befriend ourselves in that way, perhaps.
It was a good use, I think. But we still have to find him.
There could be more, but I don't want to waste too much energy on something that might not turn out to be anything. So I think this is what we get for now.
All right. Then, how do we get to him? How do we find him? Where is he?
Well, we know where Rumen is, sorry. So we go to Rumen, and we hope that Anna did what she said she would.
Sure.
And if not, we'll figure it out and just be nice. I think we got a good idea with Wukon, how to go about it. I don't think Rumen feels like he's gonna attack us, so just play it well.
All right. So where's Rumen?
It was like some like wood stuff.
I believe he was in the woodworker's shack.
Yeah.
You know how to take us there, of course.
If it is still where it was before. Yes.
I'm sure it's at least nearby. So since you have that place where wood is nearby, right?
He just looks at her, just like, huh?
Right? It has to do with wood, so.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Cool. Get us there. Please.
There's a lot of awkward coughs of soul at Martia's head tonight. Okay.
He was about to say something and then he just kept quiet.
Well, we have passed it, I believe, before. If you will follow me.
And he will begin by going sort of northwest slightly, and then down sort of the.
Yeah, what
Southwest,
Montagia was talking about is the O, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so it's the woodworkers. So it's actually on. We have passed it before. So yeah, it's just sort of he'd head
No.
along that way to.
You
Yeah.
haven't gone there yet. You haven't gone past it.
Here.
No, that's Q, right? That's
Am
the
I
path that
reading it
goes
wrong?
towards Q.
Am I reading the map wrong?
Well, if you do have the map.
Is that the queue?
Well, you see the blue roof and the Q.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
gone past it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the path.
It's harder to read this shit when I've not got
No, it's
everything
fair.
on it.
It's fair. No,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Well, he gotta jog his memory. Yeah, but it's close by for
We'd
sure.
probably go over to there first anyway, and then travel along the edge, sort of northwest. To get to them.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. The town is strangely silent during the day. None of those weird sounds that you experience during the night. Now it's just like echoes, strangely empty, and you're not entirely sure if the feeling of like nothing there, no life at all, versus a jarring amount of it, whichever makes you calmer. But it is easy enough for you to traverse past the pond, through the narrow streets, and down past the old candlemaker shop. Oh god, it happened again.
It's
Huge.
big.
It's big.
Huge.
Down to where you left off. All right. And the path beyond that, Jivkas doesn't give you any other points of interest. And it seems for now, strangely
Come on,
calm.
turn around.
Which I mean, it's considering what you've experienced in this place, is almost like a little bit like, why isn't anything happening, right?
Yeah.
Why
I mean,
is that?
in Libya, it feels like they're probably the caverns can probably somewhat control what happens to you.
Okay, let's move over to here.
Before we get there, we'll obviously just look at Hamatia and be like, "You did very well last time.
Thank you.
I think it would be good if you, I guess, honestly, just do the same thing again, or some version of it. Whatever
Okay,
you feel like is the best idea."
I think I can take the lead for the introductions.
Thank you.
Okay.
I
I will do an introduction of what you guys see. At the edge of the village proper, in this southwestern corner, stands a rustic wooden structure that has obviously been worked on. A wagon is parked outside with several tracks from it, or similar, together with footprints leading up towards the door and down or up the various roads that stems from this place. Outside of the structure, there is a pile of freshly cut down trees, and a workbench sits underneath a window with steel tools out on it. Smoke comes from a back portion of the house, lights is in the windows, and there's a soft scraping sound that escapes from within that reaches your ears. All in all, it's rather underwhelming, small, and oddly homely. Amatia, what do you want to do?
do I see any figure or hear any movement anywhere?
Currently, no.
Well, just inside, right? We hear some sort of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just like down the road, like basically at this distance right now.
Okay.
I mean, there's smoke of the chimney.
You
Okay.
Follow behind Matia.
All right. Hamartia, Make me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Can it be with?
Damn it. Iria's passive perception was not enough.
Oh no. Is it close enough for me to?
8, natural 1.
Ooh.
Well, it doesn't matter if I'm close enough. All right,
Well, maybe it is an 11 then, right?
but it's still a nat 1, I think. Yeah.
It's a saving throw. That's technically one's
Like
there.
always, the critical failures and critical successes.
It's fair,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, they matter.
I get it.
All right. So you step towards the door, Hamartia. There is a great swish. Dirt is thrown up all around you, and a noisy, sudden drop of a bundle of heavy logs that falls from a tree is all the details you can take in before Hamartia is engulfed in a sticky black net and with great speed is thrown and hoisted up in the air. Dirt continues to explode in several thin lines as rope rapidly goes taut and with a straining sound is tied to several trees around you, meters above the ground. The logs continue to clang loudly because of a noise trap tied to them, and then a brittle oil lamp swings on a rope through the air, impacts with the black net, and it immediately engulfs in flames. Like underneath, like a second or two, Hamartia is 4 meters above the ground in a burning net of fire. Let's see. Initial damage before anybody can react is 11 points of fire damage.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, immediate responses.
Does it seem like something that can be cut and opened up?
Hamartia,
There are several
going to-
there are several ropes that extend to several trees around, but all those ropes are above ground, above reach. Seems like the counterweight is a bundle of logs with a noise trap that is attached to one of the trees that has dropped. Hamartia?
Hamartia is going to cast. Shit, I don't have the count bank. Fuck. She's going to cast gust of wind to douse the flames.
Ooh. Yeah.
So gust of wind has a really nice property for it, which I will demonstrate in the Frostmark wiki.
Hello,
That's why
Frostmark
it's
wiki.
important to read spell descriptions in the Frostmark wiki, because it says that it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area.
Ooh, unprotected. Like it is fueled by basically pure tar and oil. Make me.
It's a second level spell, so you know it's not nothing.
That's true, but do make me just do an attack roll.
Okay.
Spell attack?
Yeah, spell attack.
Spell attack! Hiya!
Spell attack! Hiya!
Ha, the chop!
24. Ooh, yes, indeed. With a great rush of wind, it is enough to immediately, because these flames will return on a dime, but you remove the spark completely. Guys, what do you guys want to do?
Do a sword check.
Yes, please.
No,
Oh,
20.
what is this?
All the
What?
20s on sword checks.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
You should get an extra soul on natural 20s on sword checks. Just like you get one, you steal one out of thin air.
Hamartia will going to just lay as calmly as she can and say, "Okay, everyone, take your time. This is. I'm just enjoying the view. Yes."
The counterweight is attached to a rope.
Yes, the counterweight in particular is attached to this tree over here and has dropped down. Is not in like reach of any melee because it's still like dangling from high branches, but it's there. And like and there's like a couple of like clattery stuff that kind of fell with it that immediately made a lot of noise.
I think Lyria, at the moment she sees that Hamatia got it somewhat under control, and she knows, her friends also can probably get her down. She's just going to like move kind of in front of Hamatia and shouts towards the building. We just want to talk. Let's not be hasty. I'm sorry for springing this trap, but I think we come in well-meaning. The other coven certainly didn't mind just a little talk.
Okay, anything else? Immediate directions?
You say it's 4 meters up.
Yes.
Is that enough that I could be able to jump to grab it? I'm
Well,
fucking 2 meters tall, and I don't know how to calculate jumping.
that's true.
It's a
think it's to do with
brawn.
Yeah.
It's a bronze modifier. Is the
Yes.
meter? Well, it's
It's,
meters. You can
It's a
Or like-
standing long jump
might be
or high jump.
Yeah, because that's, I think, calculating it lengthways, not height.
Yep.
The,
Let's
the,
see.
the length is the score and the height is the modifier, but there might be different.
I was gonna say, I don't think I could jump that far.
Turning that into meters might change that, obviously. So probably divided by.
Let me see. There is a rule for it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I tried to search in Frostmark, and I was like, I can't find anything for jumping
No.
exactly.
Jumping, long jump, high jump. You can leap in the air a number of meters equal to half your brawn modifier if you move
Oh,
at least 2 meters on foot immediately before the jump.
I could do that. I have full brawn.
All right.
Meter high. That's...
Yeah, well, I mean, I would only need to. That would get me head height with it, so.
It's still like grabbing the rope in the air whilst you do this. Let's make an athletics dexterity.
I thought I'd be grabbing the net.
Oh, you want to grab the net?
Isn't that?
Y-
Well, yeah, because I
but-
can either tear it with my own hands or move the counterweight.
The counterweight is a couple of meters away, which might be like
Yeah.
you can dash over there.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, if I grab the net, it will then bring Hamatia further to the ground, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Let's
went
compare
shit.
strength. Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, for sure.
So
Yeah.
athletics dex?
Yes. Lower DV since the target is way large.
boy.
Sure.
Wow.
Except basically
That's
if you roll a
hilarious.
1.
Impressive.
Okay.
All right, that is impressively bad.
The Minotaur jumps in the air and stumbles in the way.
And falls.
It's more like you take a knee. Right.
Oh, okay, good. Oh shit.
Well,
Do you think if I got to the rope, do you think I can catch me?
Hammer, yeah, this is like happens in seconds and you're already done you're still like doing gust in the second.
Ah, I see.
Not fair.
Nyx Iris?
I mean, I'm at the back, so I want to wait for areas.
The whole I think Arius wanted to just be able to just pull him up so he can give a dagger to her. But I guess now he's on the floor.
Well, he's only taken a
you can
knee.
see- You can see Arius just pulling a dagger and about to ask your Jirkos, and that happens. It's like, oh,
He just kind of stumbled.
Yeah.
well done, buddy.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Oh god, there's a shaping through now. In the meantime, the door suddenly swings open to the place, and like rushing out in a whirl of fabrics is this dude You see it reveals a scarred, burly, and toned dark-skinned man with dirty dreadlocks tied with beads, feathers, and trinkets. But what draws your attention the most is a face-painted kind of shape, starkly white with that resembles a skull. And there is also a shock of white paint that covers some of the dreadlocks that is on top of his head, kind of bringing it down towards his neck. Within that face paint, heterochromia eyes of blue and brown is set deep, staring wildly at your presence. He's dressed in dark leathers with a deep V-cut, with several necklaces and talismans falling atop of a quite exposed muscular chest. Green ivy wraps and frames his right bicep, and he draws a gnarly stick of wood from a holster. This is your unlucky day, Lapita! And rushing out behind him is a rather wily looking woman who seems rather like wide-eyed, taking in everything. They're almost like bulging eyes of red-brown, a mussy up to send strands of brown all around her head, and she might have looked rather cute with the smattering of freckles over her cheeks, but the quick flash of fear, then which then turns into a wide, frantic, and rather carefree smile with those wide eyes that is far too large to be comfortable. She looks instead a little bit unhinged. A flowy once upon a white linen shirt is held together with a thick tool belt where hammers and chisels still hang. Around her left ankle, clad in simple black leathers, there is a ring of ivy growing out of her skin. This is mad! And
What the?
With that?
Did not pick that up.
Okay.
You might,
I think it kind of got the vibe though.
Clinically
Okay,
insane.
I will lower the pitch. This is mad! And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of the Mystery. Oh god. Well,
instead
I'm
of,
happy. I'm happy.